Hey, sick. Looks like we're away for real this time. I'm very excited to go through this. Just gonna double check some stuff before I go ahead, but super stoked to be finally doing this stream. Get my monitors up, checking out my audio, and then we'll get going. Giving it a couple tests. Okay, from the top. I really wanted to go through this because this is a real project of love for me, and it's been a while since we made this project, but I just found it on my computer and had just a fun little hour playthrough, and from that I just realized there's like so much that I want to say about this, so I thought the best way, instead of doing a big long video edit, would be to just stream it all out. So just bringing up these credits because it's super important. These are the people that helped me out with this, and it was that much appreciated, and it was a really good time for all of us, I think. Stressful time, but really good time. So this game, ID Quest, aimed to be a music collection game. We made it at the height of lockdown when it was just settling in. I was working graphic designing for a club, and we were sort of like super scared that obviously lockdown was gonna hit, and what were we gonna do? So I thought, why don't we make an online rave multiplayer game, as many people did. So we just it was mostly two of us, really, literally just two of us, and a developer, just working as quickly as possible to get something out, for one, while lockdown was still a thing, and for two, just to get it out, just because we were excited about getting it out, really. It's such a funny project and such a weird time to look back on, because it was just so fast paced, so hectic, and as you can probably tell here, we had no idea what we were doing in terms of 3D modeling, like level building, texturing, everything like that. We had to learn on the job, with this kind of deadline in mind. Another key reason there was sort of big deadlines in mind is because we got over 50 different musicians in for this game. So we had loads of people. Got to give a huge thanks to Fred Sugden and Maria Vorobyova for sourcing so many awesome DJs and musicians, and we also sourced a load of artists to go to sort of pair with the music. So the idea with this is that we'd reach out to loads of artists and DJs and things who sort of had nothing to do because it was kind of locked down, and people were kind of turning to these kind of digital events and things. So I mean, they were a lot of DJs and artists were super grateful to kind of have something to fixate on, something to be excited about. So because of that, we took on this mad stress of kind of orchestrating and putting everything together, gathering everyone's materials, and then making sure it was presented well or semi well in this kind of online rave space. It was never supposed to be just like a kind of online gig. It was more, this was supposed to be a game where you can see he's walking around with the USB stick. This was supposed to be a game where you basically all the tracks are locked in the game, and the only way to track. Wait, I'm just gonna double check my audio quickly. Yeah, not too bad. So yeah, he's walking around with this USB. This is because he's on a quest for the track IDs. So the name of the game is ID Quest. So yeah, we went around and sourced all these musicians and DJs and said, look, do you want to hide a song that is preferably only to be released in this game? So it's like a little bit exclusive. There's some like odd things around that, but we thought it'd be super fun if it was if it was this game world where you can only find the tracks within the game. So that is literally what's going on right now. That's why we have this waveform thing down here. You kind of follow your ears. The developer did a really good job of doing this kind of spatial audio. And we also had this kind of bouncy mechanic idea. One big flop is part of our rush when the rush to get this out, when the version that we released, every single bit of audio that plays in this is repeated again. It was like a super funny goof that kind of happened. What's up, Hamden? Sorry, Hamden. Thanks for joining. But just to catch up, I guess this is our kind of lockdown project. There was two of us making models, three of us making 3D models, and one developer. And we knew absolutely nothing about 3D when we jumped into this, nothing about texturing or level building, or even using so on the edge of our seats. Oh, cool. Is it better if I'm back here a bit more? Better audio now. Sorry, peeking it a little bit. The sound, when you get close to the sound, you can't hear me so much. That makes sense. Yeah, I'll just keep an eye on the monitor a little bit. It's quite a tricky one because this is like so all over the place, audio wise and everything. Like this, so we had this idea of like the spatial audio. So you can follow this waveform, and you can follow the kind of left and right. So if you're listening to this on headphones or monitors, the left and right is like totally mad. It needed some tweaking for sure. But yeah, the idea was you run around, you have all these levels, and you follow your ears and follow the waveform to find the track IDs within the game. The tracks are ideally only to be released within the game, which we obviously weren't exclusive about. We're like so grateful to all the artists that like submitted music to this. We're like, yeah, you release your song before you want to be your song. But let's go back to here quickly, because the developer did such an awesome job of this little kind of mini map here. So everything was based out of this kind of chat system. You could see all of the controls and kind of shortcuts and things. And again, super grateful for the developer. This guy Josh, I just found him on Discord just by getting kicked out of many Discord forums, spamming everyone, being like, I really need to make this game, I have this idea, but I don't know how to make a game. And obviously everyone was like, well yeah, that's what everyone says, you're never going to find a developer that wants to help you with this. This guy Josh just really liked the idea and saw it as a kind of place to experiment for him, so that was super nice. And super grateful for everything he taught us along the way, really. You made this mini map here, super nice. But this thing of jumping into this game project when we're literally just starting to get our heads around 3D. So that's why hence everything is made out of these basic shapes and things. But this is the first, so I guess another thing to think about is like, when we put this out, there was, a fair few people also running around it, so it's actually a full networked thing. Josh did a good job learning how to sort of make puppets and online multiplayer kind of representatives of each other walking around, so we did have each other as characters running around, which was super nice, and had a little chat system. When you typed in chat commands, it would come up above your head as well, so you just see people running around with like commands above their head and things. So yeah, it's all linked with these portals. Guess this would be like, one of the third rooms we made or something. Just literally learning about how we could animate stuff. So just like scrolling some textures and things. And it's just like, it's just all such a mess when I look at this. But it's so great to look back at this from 2 years on, There's a single NPC there, falling away. You'll see more NPCs later. With this massive spinning thing was someone's art that they sent a 3D scan clay model, because a lot of the artists that sent stuff in were like, so weird how in the past 2 years everyone's become so aware of asking people for stuff. People were using like Polycam to 3D scan their stuff, or like really only just getting going with 3D. Like everyone is only just getting going with 3D. So, here's me trying to get into a little guess it was obviously ended up scope creep came in, and you know there's.
Excuse me. Do you have that jungle tune that goes like excuse me. Do you have that jungle tune that goes like excuse me. Do you have that excuse me. Do you have that jungle tune that goes like
I remember this NPC when we put the game out and we were like, oh no,
excuse
this
me.
NPC's stuck in this tunnel, and that was the least of our worries. We realised that they just repeat every bit of audio forever, which is something. Cheers, Yon Yon. This level was mostly made by the same dude who made the piece of ham that you see in your hand. Did an amazing bit of work, pixel arting these kind of Doom style hands, which was super lovely. But yeah, super buggy. I think it's kind of, there's something, at least it kind of truly represents our the way we were just chaotically making this game. The fact that this is its final form. You know, it hasn't changed after the 2 years. So here's me trying to find the level names. So you can do dash to find the level names. So I was trying to find old screenshots for level names. It didn't really work, so I'm just gonna go back to walking around. Yeah, we ended up including like 50 different artists and DJs, and it just felt like such a community kind of thing at the time. Everyone was just adding stuff to it. You can hear the audio coming in. So yeah, record shop level. It's basically just an exploration game where people's music is basically trapped in this game, and you have to go around, find the tunes, find the ID of the track that you're listening to, and then keep it in your USB. That's the concept. So that sort of blue thing, that's how you find the track. I kind of felt what it was like to be like in a game studio really while making this, because it was such a mad rush, you know, game studio with a deadline, just like we just never slept. Now this is made on Godot, so I was totally had no idea how that engine worked, but it's really nice to use actually, really nice. And I know it's had so many updates since. Here's a record shop owner looking at Doom sexy ladies in his computer. Loads of little Easter eggs like this, because we're just meticulously making these little levels. So much fun. That's some artwork sent in by an illustrator. There's little bits of artwork and posters. Yeah, Godot engine was really cool. The developer almost just wanted to practice their coding in it. And they were already experienced with some other things, but Godot's got its own script, hasn't it? Just about learning what kind of format of model to import and what kind of audio to import and things like this, you know, baby stuff. Yeah, thanks. I think PS1 aesthetics, we definitely did consciously do that, but it totally helped us out the whole way, because we were so bad at modeling. It's just like, if we were going for anything any better, it would have been nigh impossible. But yeah, I really like it too. I think is that you can hear a club. You don't really know where the club is. Bunker. I think it lends itself to the literally making basic
The shadow technique.
These patch bay guys were awesome. They were so organised throughout the whole thing. They sent me pictures of these speakers and were like, they want these speakers recreated. Yeah, these patch bay guys were awesome. Still making all sorts of what should we go on the patch bay? Trending and stuff. So there was a third person. The developer did such a good job in such a small time. There was just so many funny kind of things that came just because we put the gen right. The AI was really cool. They ended up just walking into these corners. So only finding in these corners now. But every day I'll be able to get more time. It's so different. But it's just so fun to look back at this. So funny. So I didn't even notice this was put in here until playing it this time through.
Right, so I took like three lemon dumplings, a flying saucer, and like 2 Teslers, and then I had like a Warner Brother, and then half a line of, right, so I took like...
I haven't seen anyone for 100 years. I haven't seen anyone for 100 years. I haven't seen anyone for 100 years. I haven't seen anyone for 100 years.
Just try to
Has everyone here seen Inception? Has everyone here seen Inception? Has everyone here seen Inception? Has everyone here seen Inception?
The technique of shadow.
Yeah,
I haven't seen anyone for 100 years.
yeah, that's quite interesting how they
But did he actually make it? But did he actually make it?
Anyone for 100 years. I haven't seen 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 anyone for 100 years.
send out a flat image.
I haven't seen anyone
And they'll see the reveal of how weirdly it's mapped onto this person. Oh, it's just like, it was super fun.
I haven't seen anyone for
You see a few more NPCs
I haven't seen anyone for 100
all over the place.
I haven't seen anyone
Managed
for
to get
100
a
years.
big variety.
I haven't seen anyone for 100 years. I haven't seen anyone for 100 years. I haven't seen anyone for
Yeah, we said. Come here! Fred, basically. There's me, Fred, Jake, and Josh. There's us four.
Please tell me
Going
you
nuts.
please tell me.
Yeah, we put it out over.
Please tell me.
I really think we put it together in like 2 or 3 weeks. And I started this just before lockdown. Before I had to go home.
I haven't seen anyone for 100 years.
April then.
I haven't seen anyone
I swear by the end of June or something, we're putting this out. Like end of June, early July. So yeah, sorry Max, yeah. I'm just saying how we set all of these NPCs to accidentally loop their voices constantly, and then we put it out, and then yeah, we realized it's just a mess. So I guess it's become a new mechanic as part of the game. It's a new mechanic. It's called NPC.
I haven't seen anyone for 100 years. I haven't seen anyone for 100 years. I haven't seen anyone for 100 anyone for 100 years. I haven't seen anyone for 100 years.
Here's one of the tunes that you can select. I was riding by in this car. Yeah, I was just saying we got like 50 odd musicians and artists to like put tracks and bits and bobs throughout this kind of maze of levels, and then put it out as a kind of creative event for everyone to kind of enjoy over lockdown. But as a result of that, there's a lot of goofs, and we were such noobs in making all this shit. So I'm very proud it actually became a thing. But it's just so bizarre, so crazy. That's why it's just so funny to put that in. It's just kind the track in the game. We let people like release a secret track by actually visiting this place in 3D space. Yeah, I love that. Maybe it's not the destination, it's the journey. The manic journey as you're shouted at by the NPCs. So this level was really nice. This was made by another like fellow uni student of ours, Jack Hicken. So yeah, this level was wicked. Super impressed by this. Again, it was like super early days for all of us working in 3D. And when you think about how much everyone knows 3D now, it's actually so crazy how much it's exploded in just like 2 years. In my sort of circles anyway, from what I've seen. So yeah, this one was really nice. I actually had this sense of like exploration, for sure. I don't know how I remembered where that was as well, that item. When I was playing this through, I just found it, and I was like, wow, I did not remember putting that there. But yeah, I got like, it was like Sebastian Tellier or something on record. Just really basic record that everyone has. That was the idea behind that item. actually go and DJ this stuff once you found it in the game. Okay, so this is one of my favorites. This one, I think, again, like, apart from this bit here, it meant nobody was able to enjoy this level, to be honest. I'll just shut up for a sec.
The god lies buried deep in the crust, with his head ajar, waiting for the sun to join and the circle to complete. He followed the path and placed his hands on the hum, cut the oak and rabbit. He waited for the angel to appear. But the rocks are only warmed by the sun and can only cast shadows on our world. So hold on to the scent of the burnt amber child, thick pollen and soil. Continue to walk backwards around the ring and fill the silence of our land.
So this is just came out as a really awesome pairing. This Ella Schlesinger poem read by, I'm not sure who, but super eerie.
Fictitious in his
Put
nature,
her poem
the god lies buried
in place.
deep in the crust, with his head ajar, waiting for the sun to join and the circle to complete. He followed the path and placed his hands on the hum, cut the oak and rabbit. He waited for the angel to appear. But the rocks are only warmed by the sun and can only cast shadows on our world. So hold on to the scent of the burnt amber child, thick pollen and soil. Continue to walk backwards around the ring and fill the silence of our land.
I think it's also just coming at all this game dev stuff from such an outsider perspective. It's just like we were just super impressed by most basic things. The fact that looms over you, makes the whole sky and then as the again passes over you, it reveals basically a whole level, or like this level to the right is the same. Literally even making a wall to pass over through the character and then pass over again. I think that's super exciting. Thanks for the heads up. Is this better? Pretty awesome piece by the video. You also get this pairing of poem and Zach's music. Yeah, I'll reduce the game a little bit. It's tricky because it's you know, louder and quieter. I'll leave it at this for now. If anyone, let me know if it's still kind of tricky. I think also I just got to the point where I kind of realised a bit of randomness and a bit of like just duplicating meshes and smushing them together was actually it's actually really good for the kind of exploration element of all this. So like a lot of these don't really have like a direct path, but I think again it's like we're playing to our weaknesses and playing to our strengths. If we were to try and direct people down a very single route, I think we would have not managed it. But giving a kind of sense of randomness, but then with a few playthroughs to make sure it's actually possible. Yeah, that came out to be quite a cool thing. And I got well into this idea of like kind of smushing together a load of geometry throughout quite a lot of these other levels. I think there's some levels you don't really see here, sadly, but yeah, there was quite a few kind of transition levels where we actually just smushed together a load of geometry and let people explore around it and just chucked the music in there somewhere, and they were actually the most fun to play, some of those levels. Almost like a little peaceful area at this point. Quite hectic trying to navigate through it, but compared to being shouted at by a load of NPCs, it's quite a nice peaceful level this one. I think it's just about learning that I could animate the lights as well. Literally your first bit of dynamic lighting going on. Yeah, we also had this thing where if you get stuck, every level you fall off, you just spawn in a random level. But this one, I was spawned back into the same level. And I think that level is just broken like that. A lot of these levels are so broken, they're so beautiful. So I really wanted to find this little portal because it's another awesome musician called Art Loud. And these models were sent in by an artist as well, and I think we got the textures totally wrong, but this is where we first realized that you can actually get like specular stuff going on in Godot. But I didn't know Godot was capable of it. That's probably my ignorance, but this guy just sent us these models and they had this kind of shiny material, and we were like, oh my god, didn't know you could do that. But it's too late for us to add it into any other stuff really. But it looks nice on these. A lot of people hung out in this level for a long time. I say a lot of time, but it's sort of like so stoked on the exploring 3D space and pairing it with people's music. I remember seeing people just staring up at this. I thought, well, it's very nice. Seems like the intended thing. You look up through the tunnel. And yeah, just putting this music in this space is just so nice. What's got me really into just pairing simulation with artists. It's really, really nice. kind of a bit more of a transition level where the walls are just forever going to close in. There's no way of getting out of that one. I think here I just totally forgot where I was, but this is quite a cool level. But yeah, we had these QR codes dotted about around people's artworks. That was one of Coco's artworks. Yeah. My finest piece of 3D modelling at the time. But you know, I actually quite like that it's all made out of these primitive shapes. I think I should go back to a bit of that. It's pretty fun. Really stoked to have the eyeball texture on these guys. It's just like static. This guy's just totally monged out. Yeah, we're definitely going for like a Doom, Duke Nukem kind of thing, especially with this, the hand, you know, the hand in the inventory and things like that. Yeah, turning off the anti-aliasing and things. It just kind of it was we loved making it like that, but also it meant we could actually make it because our modelling skills were just so poor at the time. So yeah, it worked out. It's so funny thinking about how long I spent on some of this stuff. It's like so basic. But it's great to look back on. You're supposed to be able to get this item, it's supposed to be a substance, and then you're supposed to be able to give this to one of the bouncers. There's bouncers dotted about outside some of the rooms, and they'll have one bit of audio that says, "Oh no, you can't get in until you are holding the right item," and then they say that other bit of audio, and their kind of invisible collision box disappears. Some fun mechanics. Another bit of Nicolo's work. It was just madness even trying to get gifts into Godot and things like that. This one was a funny, happy accident as well. There's this kind of audio, and it kind of goes on throughout the whole level. And it's actually just a video that someone sent in, and it's somewhere in this level, but the sound just persists throughout. But again, it's quite an interesting super nightmarish load list. Trying to get on this one. This level is practically impossible. I remember playing this through and we were like, oh god, what have we created here? This is horrible. But we made it to the staying end. We can't not include the best music. Yeah, it was an exercise in was like trying to climb up there because I thought something was hidden there, but there wasn't even anything hidden there. Yeah, this had its like first release, yeah, like June, July, and everyone kind of played it through and was like, wow, that was something. Everyone said it was super fun. Obviously, it was like, well, this isn't a real game, but this is something. But it's kind of like the idea was always that an exploring kind of space. Yeah, playground, creepy playground, nightmarish playground. So it performed its function in a way. Everyone got to get together and like listen to his music and try and navigate their way around the space. But you know, so this is where the sound is coming from. The sort of bouncing sound that you hear throughout the whole thing. It's just this kid. So I asked this guy to send in a piece of artwork, and that was their submission. So I was like, oh, it goes really well with the playground level, actually. Just filming this kid doing that. He says it all really. But some of this music people sent in, everyone was just into this real bouncy, silly stuff. Okay, so there is a level in that man's head there, but I was just struggling over this. I'm going to skip past this, it's pretty brutal. Isn't it? It's made it too hard even for myself to complete, so this level was a bust. Well, the secret part of the guy's head is very secret, almost impossible to get to. So this was like supposed to be the kind of hub sort of area, first area you get to. And you got all these pools, all these different routes you can take.
All this music,
You
all
also
this
got
music
the
makes me
fact
want to get
that
drunk.
all of these NPCs are here, and you can play DJ with the see all the but there's a secret level outside the main sort of pool area. And this one is pretty awesome because we got an Ashley Cassell remix of an Andrew Weatherall song. This is like pretty massive news for us. Andrew Weatherall like passed not too long before that. We were so amazed to have someone like that being involved. Absolute chaos. I think it's like a ripped bar level that we just destroyed. That they would kind of chase you around. We managed to get one. There's one a little bit later. So my track collection gets pretty big now. guess anyone could install the game and find the files. Yeah. But the idea is yeah, we're super happy with that one. Just happy on everyone who came together and submitted music to this. Just forever grateful for just the energy that everyone brought to this. It was such a funny project to get involved in. We actually did a kind of live version a few months after, built some more levels, made a new project for it, and we actually scheduled the music this time, which was incredibly stressful. we had to like schedule the song, schedule the music, and see if it would play at the right time in the day, and then build the game, run it, and if it wasn't playing the right time that day, we had to then wait till the next day to reschedule it and make sure it was working. So every time we got it wrong, it was another day before we could test it again. I'm sure there was another way to do that, but we managed it. So here's our only enemy in the whole game. Incredibly overpowered. Like, smashes you up. Like, yeah, absolutely. A lot of people said, yeah, I spawned in this level first thing and just couldn't get past this guy. He was just headbutting me. So yeah, that's that guy. But yeah, more of those NPCs would have been fun. I guess part of the story of why this is like kind of half done is because we had this amazing developer who I hunted down on Discord, and you know, we got to totally. We just did 3D modeling and, well, I mean, the sourcing of all the artists and everything, and putting all that together. But you know, Josh is the one who really made it all work. So incredibly grateful to this developer. But they just had to go for personal reasons. There was a certain point where they were like, I got a ditch now, sorry. We're like, well, fair enough, you've given us so much already. But yeah, now it's just in this current form, and I don't think it will ever be anything else. Which is just an interesting thing in itself, really. There's more examples of the NPCs.
Whoa, watch it,
We've sent out this template.
We got a regular over here!
We said, hey, if you
Whoa, watch it.
you just Photoshop yourself onto this flat image, it will wrap around. You can do that. There's this sense of reveal as you do it, because if you did this galaxy,
I mean, this goes alright, but like, get gathered. I mean, this goes.
Has anyone here seen Inception?
yeah, roving around. Literally so much went into this. There's so many moving parts, so many people into this. So many levels of so many weird bits. Yeah, a lot of learning, and it's just amazing to think how, like, how everyone is so digitally aware, and this was like, for me, this was the start of all that, really. And yeah, the progression is insane. These repeating voices are great. So yeah, we'll finish on this level. This was a some awesome sculpture by Nick Sanderson, and yeah, we just chucked this scrolling texture on the floor, but these 3D sculptures are amazing. Again, it's just the pairing of the music and the sculpture. It's just the main thing we're going for. It's just quite a nice example of it, really. Spatial audio, exploring 3D space, and the combination of the artists and the music together was the super rewarding part to see come together. So thanks so much for tuning in, everyone. If anyone's got any more comments or questions, do let me know. Really appreciate you guys hanging out for this while I kind of just rant about the memories surrounding this weird project. Thanks, Hamden. I'm sure we'll make something way more awesome soon. Thanks, Millennium. It's really nice to hear. I'll see you all on the other side. See you next time. Yeah, thanks for tuning in.